Good morning, class. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are all staying safe and working on your work. I love seeing all of your responses, and I love seeing those of you who uploaded videos to the grid and shared your favorite book. If you haven't done it this week yet, that's okay. Just go ahead and ask mom and dad if they can get you set up on the grid so you can send me a video of what your favorite book is and show it to me. All right, my friends, so today we are going to read the Amplified text for Two Foolish Brothers. Before we start reading, we're going to go over our vocabulary. So go ahead and open up your books to page 130. All right, my friends, let's look at this first picture. Go ahead and try to remember what it is and say it out loud. All right, disappeared. Can you say it with me? Disappeared. Remember, when something disappears, means it's gone from view or it vanishes. It's like this rabbit disappeared into the hat, and these pretzels disappeared into somebody's belly. All right, my friends, go ahead and look at the second vocabulary word. Take a second, look at the pictures, try to remember what it means. All right, my friends, say earned. Earned means that you have gained something in exchange for work, goods, or services. Our example was that the student earned free time on her iPad because she finished all of her work. So because the student finished all her work, she earned that free time on her iPad. Our third word is right here. Go ahead and try to take a minute and remember what it is. Goods. The word is goods. Remember, goods is anything that can be sold. So when you go into Target or Walmart or any type of big store, they sell lots of goods, from toys to PlayStations to video games to books to clothes to shoes. Those are all goods because they're things that are sold at a store. All right, my friends, our fourth vocabulary word right here. Go ahead and try to say what it is. Remember, look at the pictures. Quarter. Good job. It is a quarter. And a quarter is a coin that is worth 25 cents. So we use coins in order to be a consumer and buy goods from other people or from the store or anywhere you want to go. Our last word is a tricky one. Go ahead and look at the word, look at the pictures, think about it. It's the opposite of having blotches. Unblemished. Good, my friends, say it with me. Unblemished. That's right. Unblemished means that there's something without any marks at all. So if you look at this peach, there are no marks on it. There are no bruises. That peach is unblemished. If you look at this page right here, there's nothing rented on it, no marker, no pencil, no paint, nothing. So this page is unblemished because there are no marks on it. And then the example that Miss Harmon used was, my skin is unblemished because I didn't get any blotches from the paint. So when I painted my kitchen, I didn't get any paint splatters on any part of my body. So my skin was unblemished from the paint because I had no blotches. So remember, unblemished just means no blotches, no marks or anything. It can be on your skin, it could be on a fruit, it could be on a paper, whatever has no marks on it. All right, my friends, we're going to go forward 2 pages. So 1, 2. And remember, we're looking at this next page and we're thinking about, what's the same on this page and then what is different on this page. So things that I see that are the same are the pictures. And also the title of the book, Two Foolish Brothers. But there is something that is different about this page. Do you guys remember what it is? That's right, more details. So yesterday we read the story about Fred and Finn, and today we're going to read the story with more details. So it's going to tell us more about the story to figure out what happened. Remember yesterday that they only ended up with 1 quarter, and they didn't understand because all of their pretzels and all of their peaches were gone, but they still only had 1 quarter left. So strange. All right, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and read aloud, and I want you guys to follow along. Please remember to highlight or circle your vocabulary words. And we're going to think about this question right here as we're reading. What do you think the word unsalted means? Go ahead and think about it in your head and think about it as Miss Harmon is reading along. Please follow along with your finger as Miss Harmon reads aloud. Point to picture 1, my friends. Fred and Finn decided to make some money selling their goods at a village market. Now, does anybody remember what kind of goods that Finn and Fred are selling? That's right, peaches and pretzels. One brother is selling peaches and one brother is selling pretzels. All right, guys, go ahead and point to picture 2. You can sell your sweet, unblemished peaches, said Fred, and I will sell my unrivaled pretzels. All right, remember, go ahead and highlight or underline the word unblemished, and that means his peaches are perfect. There are no marks, there are no bruises, they're perfectly sweet and perfectly ripe. Okay, my friends, go ahead and point to picture 3. Again, look at this picture to think about what we're going to be reading about. So I see a brother over here selling pretzels, and a brother over here selling peaches, and a brother over here selling pretzels. Follow along as I read aloud. The brothers set up booths across from each other. Business was slow, and Fred hadn't eaten. Uh-oh, so what do you think Fred is going to do? Do you think he might buy something from his brother Finn? Let's see. Picture 4. Look, he found a quarter in his pocket. He found a quarter in his pocket and went to Finn's booth to buy a peach. It's my first sale, thought Finn. Business is starting to pick up. So Finn was so excited because he earned his first sale. That means that he was able to give the peach to Fred, and in return, Fred gave him the quarter. So he was so excited that he earned his first quarter. Picture 5. Now what could be happening here? Now it looks like somebody's giving a pretzel. So remember, Fred is selling the pretzels. Fred is giving the pretzel to somebody. Let's see what happens. Soon Finn grew hungry. So he went to Fred's booth and he bought an unsalted pretzel. Go ahead, and I know this is not our vocabulary word, but this is part of our question that we're going to be answering. Go ahead and underline unsalted pretzel or highlight, whichever you prefer. And we'll come back to it after we're done reading our story. Picture 6. Finn gave his brother the quarter he had earned. Business is picking up, thought Fred. So now Fred was very excited because he got a quarter for selling one of his pretzels. But let's remember, where do we think Finn got that quarter? We don't know. Maybe he got it from his pocket, or maybe he used the same quarter that Fred paid him for the peach. Let's go on and keep on reading. Picture 7. Now look, there are no more peaches and there are no more pretzels. Look at picture 2 and picture 7. See, they're full of peaches and full of pretzels, and now there's no more. Let's see. Back and forth they went until all the peaches and all the pretzels had disappeared. Our goods are gone, said Finn. We must have made a lot of money. Now look at all the peaches they started with. If they sold these to consumers, other consumers, they probably would have made a lot of money, right? But let's see what happened. Let's see how much money they have left, or how much money they earned. Picture 8. Yet they had only a quarter between them. A quarter? That's what I had when we started, said Fred. Now these foolish brothers, right? They were using the same quarter back and forth with each other to pay for pretzels and peaches, and then peaches and pretzels and peaches, and back and forth. They didn't understand why they didn't have any money, but you and I could probably understand why they don't have any money, because they were just buying from each other and not selling to other consumers and keeping that money. They were just using the money that they earned in order to buy the other good. So let's go down to our question here. What do you think the word unsalted means? Let's go back up here to picture 5. Unsalted pretzel. So do you think that pretzel has salt or no salt? That's right. If we look at the picture, I don't see any white little dots on here to indicate that there's salt on it. It looks like it's just a plain old pretzel. So that's what unsalted means. Unsalted means something without salt. We're going to go ahead and write down that definition. Now remember, we're going to take part of the question in order to make a complete sentence of our answer. So I want you guys to either write on a piece of paper, or you guys can write in your book, just like Miss Harmon is doing. The word unsalted means without salt. For example, an unsalted pretzel is a pretzel with no salt. Go ahead and take a minute to write that, boys and girls. Once you are done writing your sentence, we're going to go forward 1, 2 pages, and your book should look just like Miss Harmon's does here. And we're not going to do this first page. We're going to do this page on page 139 and talk about the sequence of events that happened in this story. So what happened at the beginning, the middle, and the end of this story. So I want you guys to take a minute and go ahead and flip back to your story and look at the first and second picture and think about, what happened first in this story? Go ahead and pause the video, take a look at your pictures, and then come back. All right, boys and girls, let's talk about those first 2 pictures. So in the first picture, we see the 2 brothers dressed in, like, it looks like a little suit. And the next picture, we see the peaches and the pretzels. So what happened at the beginning of the story was 2 brothers decided to sell goods. And what did they sell, boys and girls? That's right, pretzels and peaches at a market. Go ahead and pause the video and then write this down in that first circle. All right, boys and girls, once you've written down that sentence, we're going to go ahead and go on to what happened next in the story. So go ahead and flip back to your story. Look at the pictures number 3 and 4. Now, what happens in these 2 pictures? Go ahead and take a minute and try to remember in the story what happens. I think one of the brothers gets hungry. Which one of the brothers gets hungry first? That's right. Fred gets hungry first, and what does he do? He takes a quarter and he buys a peach from Finn. So, Fred gets hungry and buys a peach from Finn for 1 quarter. Okay, boys and girls, go ahead and pause the video and write down this sentence in that next circle. All right, my friends, go ahead and look back at your story at pictures 5 and 6, and let's think about what happened next. So what happens after Fred gets hungry and buys a peach from Finn? So look at those pictures and think about who gets hungry now. That's right, Finn gets hungry, and what does he buy? A pretzel, good, from Fred, using the same quarter. So Finn gets hungry and buys a pretzel from Fred using the same quarter. All right, my friends, go ahead and write that down and pause the video. All right, boys and girls, and now we are on what happened last in the story. So go ahead and flip back to your book, look at pictures 7 and 8, and think about what happens in those pictures. Look at the picture that has the basket with no more peaches and no more pretzels, and then the last picture where it shows that they only still have 1 quarter. Does anybody remember why they only have 1 quarter? These silly, foolish brothers. Because they were using the same quarter back and forth, buying all of each other's peaches and pretzels. So the brothers go back and forth, buying each other's goods with the same quarter. Good job, my friends. So this is what happened first, in the middle, and then last in the story. So I want you guys don't have to worry about this part. We'll only do the events that happened. And think about this story and think about why were these brothers so confused? Why do you think they got confused? And what would be a better solution next time so they make more than 1 quarter? All right, my friends. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I can't wait to read to you guys tomorrow. Have a fabulous day, my loves. Bye.